Does the governing body gaslight their members? Absolutely. One of the newest changes that happened in the organization recently was that men were allowed beards. However, the way they made the announcement made it sound like it was never a rule, it was never an issue, and that they're just coming on here to clarify because you members got it wrong. So they're having to make an announcement to clarify because you misconstrued it and there's been issues and they had to come on here and clarify it. So I'm going to let Stephen explain it. I'm sorry for all of you ex-JWs that have to suffer through listening to him, but here we go.
How should we view a brother who chooses to grow a beard today? The governing body has asked me to read the following announcement. A number of branch offices around the world have written to us indicating that there continue to be questions about whether or not it is proper for a brother in an appointed position to wear a beard. After prayerful consideration, the governing body has concluded that there is a need to clarify this matter. The governing body does not have an issue with brothers wearing beards. Why not? Because the scriptures do not condemn the wearing of beards. Furthermore, as time has passed, we have noted that in many lands, it is acceptable for men who hold responsible positions in business and government to wear beards. Thus, whether a brother wears a beard is a personal decision. A brother's qualifications to serve as an elder or ministerial servant are based on his spirituality, not on whether he chooses to wear a beard. This direction also applies to special full-time servants at Bethel and those in the field, including special pioneers, missionaries, and circuit overseers. In harmony with Romans 14:4, neither the elders nor any other Christian should feel compelled to judge a brother who chooses to wear a beard.
You have not been allowed to have a beard as a man in this organization in decades, probably since around 1900. And yet they got up there and they said, we've been getting a lot of calls to the branch, and so we need to clarify this issue. You haven't been getting calls. Who's calling? After 100 and something years, nobody's calling and asking for clarification on the beards. It is a well-known fact that you could not have beards. There are so many people that have come forward and said that the beard thing is what actually opened their eyes to the hypocrisy of the organization. Why? Because their husband or themselves or whoever wanted the beard and had a beard was either demoted from their position or was never promoted to ministerial servant, elder, whatever, all because of the beard. And I can prove that they didn't need to clarify the issue because the members got it wrong. Because now all of a sudden the governing body members have beards and facial hair themselves. So wouldn't it have been a little bit more convincing to say we never had this issue if they had always had facial hair? But no, not until after they made this clarifying announcement did the governing body members start to have facial hair themselves. So did you really feel like you got it wrong as a Jehovah's Witness? For ones that are still currently in this, did you actually listen to this and go, oh, we must have misconstrued what was given to us by the governing body and we could have had facial hair the whole time? No, because several years ago, my husband was going to be in like a little play or something at our hall, and he had a beard. And the elder told him, I really like your beard, but you can't be in the play with it. So I guess he got it wrong too. He misunderstood. They're making people look like fools. They're gaslighting, just like they did with 1975, just like they've done with every other doctrine that they've changed. They blame it on you as the member. You got it wrong. You misconstrued, you overstepped, you did whatever, and now here we are as the governing body, and we've got to clarify it for you fools. That's not what's really going on here. You couldn't have beards, and women couldn't wear pants. And now all of a sudden they got new light, and it's okay now. Because they're saying that beards are now socially acceptable. Since when have Jehovah's Witnesses ever been socially acceptable? That's a new one for me.